everybody, I'm Hazy Badfish, and welcome to another episode from the PrimeCraft server. Alright, so in the last episode, you remember we built this cabin, and since then I've been a little busy moving some stuff in. I've also been back and forth to spawn a few times, made a few trips, bought some things. So I bought a stack of slime blocks, which I have been using. I bought some obsidian and blaze powder from Mr. Trend. This stuff I found in some dungeons. And while digging, I have another ender chest here. And I made two of them and then plopped one down and then realized I could never pick it up because I didn't have a silk touch. So the one in my inventory is just going to stay there until I get a silk touch pick. But in here, you can see I bought an elytra, I bought a shulker box. Ignore that purple shulker box in my inventory for right now. I'll show you that in a second. And these are all the diamonds I have left over, so not that great. I'm running really low. I need to do some mining soon. I have been out to the ender a few times, as you can see. So, as I mentioned, down here in our little hole in the wall, I did just go ahead and build a fish farm. Now, I spent all night AFK here. Uh-oh. Sugar blob. That's no good. Sad face. But, yeah, so this is actually completely full of stuff sent from my AFK session last night, and I have not had a chance to go through it yet. But we will do that later, because for right now, we've got some other stuff to do in this episode. Now, as I mentioned, well, before we go in there, let me show you this. This is a gift from the Bat family. See, to AZ from Bat. This is great. Because of the silk touch. I know he heard me say that, man, I really need some silk touch. But this is super helpful to me. This is great for many reasons. Thank you again, Bat family. That is really great. I really, really needed that. Let me actually put this back up here, just so I don't lose it for now. I wanted to show you guys, and I built this little hole here. So this is going to be where our secret staircase is going to be. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, I built this little area out because our hidden staircase is going to go in here, and we're going to be following a tutorial by a guy called Codecrafted. Links to that will be in the description because I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on my own. Hopefully, I'll even be able to build this thing on camera. So, the second thing, and this is where all of that mending needed to come from, is my gigantic hole. I dug this out by hand without a beacon. I did have efficiency 5 diamond picks, thankfully, but no beacon. It still took quite a while. This is a 23 by 23 hole, and the reason for that is we're going to fit a 9 by 9 beacon down in the middle, and that's going to leave us 7 on either side so that we can build a 5 wide walkway that has walls on either side. Now, the interior wall is probably not going to go all the way up because I want to be able to look down into where the beacon is. And now that's going to be every level. You know, I don't know how many floors there are. That's one of the other things we're going to measure out in today's episode. But for right now, let's get cracking on this staircase. So this was just temporary. I have already built this a few times, so hopefully I can remember how to do it. So the first thing we need to do is start with a T flip-flop. Now we're going to use this old school style one for a reason. And that reason is that it uses, which you will see in a second, some redstone dust on the top of it up here. And that dust, in addition to being used for the flippity floppity part of this T flip-flop, is also going to be powering some other pistons at the top. So we need to use this because the power that activates the T flip-flop is also going to activate the rest of the stuff. And you'll see that once we get to the end. So after we build our T flip-flop, we need to make sure that I have another torch down here. So, you know, when you power this, I think this will work. Well, I can't from there. But yeah, when you power this, this block gets moved over here. And then we'll be able to pull power from it. So we're just going to keep on building up here. We'll go like this. And then we need some redstone in a shape. I believe it's like this. And then we need our first 2 repeaters like this. Right, 4 ticks. And then we're going to bring out the floor. Now, I've decided to go with oak because, I mean, that's what I ended up with down here. So it makes most sense. And I don't know if I cut that part out or not, but I picked oak specifically up here because it would allow me to use stairs and other, you know, it had matching stairs, so that was good for the build here. So we're going to run up here. Oh, I accidentally created a burnout clock. That's all right. We're going to sleep this night away. Oh, that was quick. I think somebody else must have been sleeping, and I missed it. All right, let's get our axe back out. I hope that didn't break anything by burning that out. I think it'll be fine once it resets. Yeah, all the torches are still on. So, yeah, it's fine. All right, so then we need to bring that signal around. And I believe it was like this. Pretty sure. So, repeaters, and they're all the same, and then dust, and then a block with torch on top. Whoops, torch on the side. I'm not actually looking at the tutorial right now, so hopefully I'm doing this right. Right, and then from there I can do 1, 2, 3. All right, that's looking good. That's looking good. And then we can start putting in our sticky pistons here. So we need to put one sideways there. Yep, that's good. And then on top of it, and then in the front here. And shift so we don't mess up that repeater here and here. All right. Moving along. This is going pretty quick. I actually built this once and then realized it was too close to there, so I had to move this all back one. So this is actually the second time I'm building this. We don't actually need that right at this second, so we can remove it. Grab our stair here, here, and here. Okay. What next? What else do we need? Well, I know that there's another... Oh, yes. We need our regular pistons to go here and here. And then we're going to put our floor blocks in like so. And I think that might actually be it for the main part. All I need to do now is this last little circuit here. So dust here, and then a repeater here set to 3 ticks, and then just a little V shape. And I'm gonna need the ender pearl to get out of here, but that's okay. Put this here, and then a redstone dust here. And ender pearl so I can get out. And then our final piece of this is right here. This is where our actual activation is gonna go, and now you'll see what I mean, right? When I'll put this torch down, and then once I connect it, that's our last bit right there. Without this dust here, this doesn't work. So that's why this old school T flip-flop is best for this. You can do some pretty creative things with redstone. I have built a version of this that works on an AND gate and does not rely on this dust right here. It did take a bit of work though. But for our purposes here, this should work just fine. So we're going to place our hidden button under the staircase. Unfortunately, there is no color that doesn't stand out right there. So hopefully this works. Let's hit the button and see. Oh. I was like, what? There we go. That's what I wanted to see. You see that? That was great. So we hit the button again. Perfect. So now all we've got to do is fill back in this area with slabs. Pretty nifty. Now, one of the things we're going to have to do is come back through here, because that's it. This is the floor as it's done. We are going to have to come back through and probably add more slabs under here so you can't see through there. It's probably the easiest way to do that. I don't know, I guess we'll see. But that's something for later. So we've got this done. Now if we hit the button, yeah, now you can't see it at all. That's why I like this design, because it's flush with the floor. I can put a button in here and we're good to go. Now I can let's go ahead and add like this. Now I wonder, I don't think a stair will pass a signal. Will a stair pass a signal? I don't think it will. I don't have another stair on me. Let's grab one. If I've got one, I have a stair and no more oak wood. Of course. We'll leave that for now. So yeah, so this is good. So the next thing that I really want to get done today is I want to figure out, I need to figure out and map out, measure out how many floors I can get in my complex that's going to go down here. Now this is not, don't be fooled into thinking that this is how big the floor is going to be. This is not actually where the stuff is going to go. This is just the walkway for each floor. In fact, the stuff that we're going to be building for each floor is going to go back in the walls. We're going to have to dig out more stuff so that, you know, whatever we decide to put in here with farms and stuff, villager breeders, whatever, is actually going to go in the walls. Yeah. So I did get pretty lucky digging this out, by the way. This was the only bit of lava that I uncovered. I don't know if it goes much further. I wasn't able to hear anymore. And I did break into a cave right there, which is where I got my deaths from. I have 2 deaths now, both times in that cave, from a creeper. Yeah, I really need better than iron gear. Luckily, both times I was able to quickly recover all my gear, didn't lose anything. But okay, enough of that. Let's measure some stuff. And I don't think I have enough blocks on me, but that's okay, because there's plenty of blocks. Yeah, all those chests are full of stuff. So, here's the general idea. This is level 12, and this is where I like to hold my mining sessions at. I like to have my mine branches at level 12, because level 11 is where the lava lakes start. I've said that in other videos, and I know some people like to do their branches at 11 or even lower. I like to do mine at 12. I mean, sure, it's not as good for diamonds, but it is what it is. So this is going to be the actual floor level. Now, the other thing I know is that since we're going to have like a wall here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like a smaller wall here, that I want it to be 5 high because it's 5 across, because that's going to give it a very square shape, which is what I want, because this is going to be a very industrial, very clean looking kind of area, very, you know, professional, however you want to call it. So what I want to do is kind of just measure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 blocks of space. So this is going to be where the ceiling is. I wish I had a different color of stuff, so that it could stand out. So I think I'll use dirt for that, just to make sure I can see it. So we're going to have dirt. It's going to be the ceiling, and then we're going to have a space, and then the floor of the next level is how I want to do it. So that'll give me room to like dig in here and put glowstone, and we can have it like coming out of the floor on one side or out of the ceiling on the other side. It's just I always regret not doing this, so I'm definitely going to do it this time. So from here, we're going to go another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't go up any higher. Oh, that might line up perfectly. So this would be the 5th one, which would mean that this would be the ceiling. Oh, that is just great. I couldn't have asked for it to work out better than that. So, I actually want to take this out, remove this. I'll put this here so that we know, and we're going to dig all the way down so that we can see. Well, how many floors is that? So that's going to be 1, 2, 6. We're going to have 6 sub-layers in here. So that is fantastic. I'm really happy about that, you guys. I don't know if you could tell. If it sounds like I'm smiling, it's because I am. It's because I am. I am pretty happy that that worked. I was worried that I was going to have to drop this a level, or that I was going to have to, have like 3 or 4 blocks worth of nothing up there, because it wasn't big enough for a floor, but it didn't line up perfectly. So, I'm pretty stoked about that. So, what that means is we need to figure out now how exactly I want to build this thing. I obviously don't have a beacon yet, so that's, oops. So that's not going to happen right now. I need to figure out what I want the walls and stuff to look like. So I'm probably going to play around with some stuff in creative mode for a while and come back to you guys, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. One of the other things I need to figure out, though, is where my mine is going to be. So I know that this way should be south. Dang it, man. I knew it was north. I knew it because spawn is this way. Spawn is east. So I know that spawn is that way, which means I definitely don't want to be building any branches in that direction. And since I like to build my branches from, both directions in a hallway, I could not take it out this way or this way. So I can take my main tunnel out this way and then build my branches off to the sides, or I can take it out this one. And obviously, since spawn is that way, I'm probably going to take my mining tunnel out this way. So at least now I know where that's going to go, so I can start mining. That was one of the reasons I wanted to do this first, is because I don't actually have a place to mine, and I did not want to just dig out a mine nearby if I was going to have an official one right under here. Plus, I was able to get a bit of resources, not too many diamonds, digging this out, because, it's just 123 by 23 area, and we're only 3 levels into diamond territory. So just from here down that I cleared out, not many diamonds. All right. All right, so I think I know what I'm going to do for now. I think what I want to do is take off of the middle of each of the, I don't know what you would call it, floor sections, divider sections, I suppose. These are what's going to divide everything into floors. Since I don't have a design yet, but I know that the middle is going to be filled in because I don't know if any spiders can spawn in there, stuff like that, but we don't want anything spawning. If we can avoid it, like baby zombie, I don't know how that stuff works in like a 1 block high area, but so we're not going to leave it hollow. We're going to fill it all the way in. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting the cobblestone in for the floors. And the reason I want to do that is because for this episode, I also want to get my nether portal hooked up finally so that I can stop running back and forth to spawn, because right now my elytra does not have unbreaking or mending on it. Hopefully, I got some of those books in the in my fishing expedition from last night, so we will check that out, probably off camera once we're done here. But yeah. Oh, and 2 other things I forgot to mention. I realized I was digging out the last. I gotta stop doing that, man. Yeah. But I was digging out the last 2 layers down here, and while I was digging them out, I was like, oh man. I just realized that my beacon is going to be directly underneath my cabin. The only way I'm going to be able to make that work is to put a hole in the floor of my cabin. So I'm not too pumped about that, you guys, to be honest with you. But we'll make it work. It's going to have to be done. So yeah, that kind of made me sad. Because, I don't want to re-dig all this out, over there. And the other thing I realized, what was the other thing? Right. The other thing that I forgot, or that I realized was that this would have been a perfect thing to test out a time lapse on. I do have my wife's account, wife listed on here. Wife listed? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty sure I said wife listed. My wife's account has been white listed. Because I'm going to use it to try my hand at some time lapses, and I should have done that. But I didn't think about it until I was at the bottom. And plus, my laptop isn't actually set up right now, so yeah. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that sometime soon. I'll remember to get my laptop set up so I can play on the server. But all right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to pillar, but it would be smart to pillar in a corner, but I'm a doofus and put torches in the corner. So We'll just pillar up to the we'll just pillar up to it. All right. So what I'm going to be doing here is at this level right here is just filling in cobblestone in a kind of ring. Not really a ring though. It's going to be more of a square, but it's only going to be 7 wide with an open middle. So I'm going to be doing that, and you know, I don't think I'm going to do this level first. Let's not do this level first. Yeah. Let's go up to the top one first, because that's the one that I really want to get done for this episode. So I'm going to get up here, figure my way across, and I will see you guys in a minute. Yeah, watch that first step. Holding shift. Once you get the walkway in, it feels quite a bit smaller, and it's much more obvious that it's more of just like a square hallway. Also, I apologize if this much cobblestone offends your eyes. It does make me a little dizzy to look at it for too long. So this is basically the idea, right? And we're going to have, you know, some sort of wall here. And I'm going to be able to build out because I want it to be here. So whatever does the kind of design, which is obviously not going to be dirt, I'm just showing you guys, we'll fill in here, and then we'll have, you know, another wall that kind of, it's not a full wall, but basically make it so you can't accidentally run over it, you know, so you don't fall to your doom, and then holding shift, of course. And this, if you measure it, I'm sure will measure out to be 9 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and yeah, it's a square, you guys. So that's how it's going to be. So this is going to be our width of the hallway, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since it's going to be 5 tall, it'll look like a nice little square shape. So that is the first kind of floor done, and I'm going to be building one of these platforms for each of these dirt mounds all the way down. So now that you kind of got a little bit more of an idea of the kind of thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be building in other things into each section here. So, you know, whatever I want to do, however I want to do that. The first thing I want to do, though, is get a nether portal built, and so I need to decide which of these areas that I want my portal to go on. And since this is pretty far up here, we're going to be close to the house. I think I actually would rather have the portal out of the back side of the house. Now we are going to have to redo the stairs to get in here. So maybe we should do that first, or we can just say that nothing is going to go here. Nothing can go here because, well, that's where the staircase to get in is going to go. So, and maybe we'll have stairs. This side right here will just be stairs the whole way down. So there'll be another staircase going down to get to the next level, and so on and so forth. At least until I figure out a good way to get an elevator in here. That would be something. So that means I need another side for the portal. Under here's my farms. Under there's my fish farms. So I think over here might be best place for a portal room. All right, let's dig something out and figure out where we want to put it. All right, so this is what I dug out. Just a little 3 by 4 portal now, and a little tunnel. And of course, we got to remember that this level is going to have flooring. Right? I forgot that to show you that over here. So there's even going to be another level up here. So that's why this is one up higher. Now, this should be big enough. I'm not going to decorate this tunnel. I'm not going to decorate this room yet, because I don't know the exact aesthetic that I want out here. I know the look that I'm going for, but I don't know exactly the kind of pattern and block palette that I'm going to use exactly. So once I get that figured out, then I can get the rest of that door in place. But right now, let's drop some stuff off. Let's get prepared to go into the nether. Let's put this stuff in here. Because we're going to have to figure out where to put our portal. And I'm glad that V is on, because I'm probably going to have to ask him some questions, because I think this portal is going to get really close to an existing portal tunnel. So he might be able to help us sort that out. All right, but first, let's grab the obsidian that I do have. Let's make a flint and steel. And I've got a diamond pickaxe. I'm going to bring the flint and steel with me because we're going to probably be tearing down that portal on the other side. Okay. Let's craft it up real quick. Let's go get into the nether. I'm excited. Running back and forth to spawn. Running back and forth to spawn has not been the most fun thing in the world. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do have enough, thank goodness. And let's light this bad boy up, and let's see whose portal we connect to. Oh, wait. Let's write down these coordinates first. All right, got those. Let's go. Oh, I'm nervous. I don't have very good armor. Into Bittergavia's portal. How did I know? Alright, let's figure out where my portal needs to be. Alright guys, welcome to the Nether Hub. We came out of Bittergavia's tunnel, which is over here. And this was not open, right? Like, I need to be like 2 blocks this way down this tunnel. So I looked at this spot, and I'm like, this spot looks a lot like this spot, and Brummy's using this for his new base, so I'm pretty sure it's fine if I use this one for mine. And I break open this, and I can see that because the BC team has their stuff here, they actually dug out more than they needed, I suppose. So this whole area is already open for me, which is really, really nice. Alright guys, so this is the spot, or at least as close as I can get. I actually need to be 1 block right here. I need to be right there. That's where I need to be, but that's not where I can be. So, oh, you know what I just realized? I don't have enough obsidian to make another portal. Ah, man. Well, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Can I come down at all? All right. And here. So if I only have 2 pieces left. So 1. Man, that kind of stinks, but we will have to go get some. It's a little weird to me that it keeps putting me in Bittergavia's portal when there's one within eyesight of where I'm pretty sure it should be. So, that's a little weird. So hopefully this is the right spot. Now I have picked up a bit more than I needed because I'm planning on going and just making this a big one. So let's get this in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. Give me that. Go like this, and like this. All right. Now let's hope that this works. Hoping. Hey, look at that. How does it work this way? Sweet. Works both ways. Alright, now all I need to do is grab some signs. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put some signs on the portal. If I could type correctly, AZ Badfish base. And then one on the other side, just in case somebody comes from the back way, that's fine. AZ Badfish, whoops, base. Alright, and then we need one at the end, the front of the portal. And of course, I'm going to come through and decorate this tunnel eventually, and as well as the industrial complex. All the stuff that we've been building today is all just functionally complete. It's pretty far from being decorated and anything that I would call done. Will obviously come through, and that'll be work for another episode. But for this episode, I believe that's all the time that I have. So if you liked it, leave a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about my industrial complex so far, even though there's not a whole lot to it. If you've got any ideas to make it better, or any farms, something you want to see in there, just let me know. But yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.